Hello everyone, I am Dana with Creatively Created Crochet. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to make this video for you guys, for everyone who follows me and those who are business owners, those who are crafters like myself who want to get organized for the new year. I know a lot of us make resolutions and set lots of goals in the beginning of the year, and I figured let's all get started together on this journey of getting organized. I wrote down a few notes and I wanted to start off by just starting off with different ways to organize. One thing that I wanted to talk about is when we do organize, and we're focusing on posting, or we're focusing on types of things to make or to create, or how to publish them or to promote them, focus on 1 month at a time. I wrote that down just because sometimes I can get overwhelmed and I kind of think too much ahead of time, and I get overwhelmed with so much, thinking of everything that's so far ahead. So focusing on 1 month at a time will definitely help. But focus on 1 month at a time, 1 month in advance. So if we were talking about focusing on this month, we can focus on this month, but also focusing on February. We want to focus on a month. We want to focus on that next month prior to, just because if we're focusing on February right now, we can be ahead of ourselves, and we can, when February does come, we'll be able to produce things and have things already created, so that way we'll be ahead. If you can focus on multiple months, kudos, but remember never to overwhelm yourself. And remember, research your holidays, wearables, and what's in style. So that's what I was speaking of. Now we know that January doesn't have many large calendar months, but we know that, holidays, but we do know that February has lots of, has a big holiday that a lot of people like to get ready for, and that's Valentine's Day. Many people get married on that day, they have dinners, they go out, and it's really, really big and it's publicized. So what you can do for that is begin to start with your February holiday goods. Now, if you are like me, you can begin to start making any type of hearts, anything that has to do with Valentine's Day, such as little colored booties. I'm going to be making some footies with hearts on them, long socks. I'm going to be making plush pillows. So these are different things that you can create for Valentine's Day, getting them started now, because if you think about it, when you're going to the stores, they get started early. They get started with candies and flowers, roses, all those good things, teddy bears. They get started early. So those are really good things to also guidelines. Store guidelines are really awesome to follow as well, because they usually get started early, so that way you can kind of keep publishing them out there and people can continue to see your work. They can continue to see your posts and realize, like, where did I just see this post at? They'll remember to go back to you once their money comes in or once they get closer to the holiday. And like I said, focusing on the wearables. Now, like I said before, I'm going to be making footies. I know it's colder where I live at, so I will be making long socks. I'll be making little house shoes, little footies to wear around the house, either maybe some little small throws. These are different things that you can make for this holiday that are associated with this holiday that are wearables. And what's in style. Like I said before, a lot of different climates, you have different things that are in style. You may have ponchos that are in style. You may have off the shoulder tops that are in style. You may have leg warmers that are in style. Whatever is in style, remember to research that and begin to make those things. So a big thing that I wanted to talk about when you're getting organized is gathering supplies. Well, I know it may feel like you're getting back into school or things like that, but getting supplies ready for getting organized is a really big must. And they really do help with getting organized. So I just wrote down a few things that you can use to get organized, a few supplies, but of course it's not limited to just these things. You definitely can add whatever you feel comfortable with, things that you've already been using. I just had some things that were at the top of my head and I jotted them down. I wrote down notebooks, ink pens and pencils, sticky notes, and a calendar or a desk calendar. Now today I'm going to be using my regular calendar. I don't have my desk calendar with me, but I'll be using my regular calendar just to show you a little bit in this frame, just because I don't have my setup yet. It's coming soon though. And your stash, you can organize your stash like we talked about. A lot of you may have not organized your stash. I have not. I will be creating a video soon when I do get my stash organized. So you can go with me through that. I may do a live YouTube video while I'm doing it, just so that way I can have something to do, something fun, because I don't really know how I can actually edit a video of me making a stash. So I may just do a live video, my first live YouTube video. I haven't done one yet just because my phone settings do not allow me to do so. So I will be using my husband's phone or my computer, either one. So we'll see how it goes. For my yarn, I have a 20 cube organizer. It's by Langria, Langria. And I decided when I do my storage, I'm going to be organizing my color. You may want to organize by different fabrics or different material. If you want to organize by cotton, acrylics, silks, alpaca, whatever you have, you may want to organize in those different fashions. But I think I'm going to start off by color since I only have 20 cubes. I want to make sure I get, you know, get them all in, and I may have to do color families depending on, once I get down there, I'll show you guys how it's going to be. I may have to do greens, you know, family colors in the green, lights, different shades of green, different shades of pinks. You know, I may have to do that once I get down there. I'm not sure yet. Also, I wanted to talk about on your calendar, adding your holidays, your deadlines, and your goals. This is where your calendar and your sticky notes and your ink pens and all that come in place. If you have your calendar, like I do, I just have a calendar, a little calendar here. What you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to, of course it sounds simple and it sounds common sense like, but as we know, we do get busy and sometimes we can't always write down and mark our calendars. A lot of us like to use digital things, and I kind of like a little bit of both, but I'm really good with the visual because sometimes the digital dies. Of course, we know we can't keep our phones charged all the time, so I definitely like to keep hand of something visual, something tangible that I can go and touch and look at, and I can write down, okay, I have this, something's due tomorrow. Something's due here. Oh, it's national this day here. I need to make sure I have something created for this time. So these calendars are really, really great to have. Remember to keep these on hand if you don't have, if you're not a digital person. Another app that I like to use to keep all of my deadlines intact, or when I'm working on my whips, is called the Knitting Buddy. This Knitting Buddy is really awesome. It's an awesome app. Now, of course, I'm a crocheter, but it is called Knitting Buddy, but it's also for crocheters. It does have the same listings for crocheters as well as knitters. So you can put down your whips, what yarn you're using, how many times have you made something and someone else wanted it, and it's been maybe a year or two later and they're like, oh, I want that same exact color. And then you made it and you can't remember what color you made because you never wrote it down. It may have something you just was creating for fun, and you never wrote down what size yarn what color yarn you were using, what size. If it was a pattern, you may have not even written it down, and you're like, what did I do? So these are types of things that help you organize and to also help you remember what you did in the past, so that way you can have a consistent, awesome future. So I definitely like to write down my deadlines. That's a big must. And when I first took an order in. So I usually write down ideas, but I don't always go back and study them because I usually write them on different things. I find myself writing them in miscellaneous notebooks, loose leaf paper, and sometimes I misplace them. I don't know if you're like me or not, and you may misplace things because, of course, having a large family, they may pick up something, they may throw it here, they may put it there, and then you are out of luck because you have just misplaced some good notes. So now on my new way to organizing my notes, I'm going to begin to I have created a craft binder, and in my craft binder I put in lots of different notebooks. I have different notebooks, composition notebooks, spiral notebooks. This one right here is one of my composition notebooks. On it, I have creatively created crochet, craft patterns, tutorials, and plans. So this is what I usually put that in. And I write down different ideas. If an idea comes to me, I just write it down. I get in there and I just jot it down really quickly, and I remember to focus on what I need to do. And I try not to overwhelm myself, but I want to get those ideas out just in case I forget them. I will title other notebooks and folders with other titles like blog titles, orders, new patterns to dry, and also to-dos. Now, a lot of us have those to-do lists. I don't know if you all do those things where you write down your to-do list, what you have to do for the day. Those are really awesome things. If you get up in the morning or before you go to sleep, you may write down things that you want to accomplish for the next day. Now, lately, I've been super busy and I have not been able to accomplish many things, so I have not been doing a to-do list because I kind of got discouraged a little bit. I've been writing down these to-do lists and I haven't been accomplishing them. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to take a break from the to-do list until I actually get some orders in, because I don't want to get discouraged that I'm not accomplishing things because I have so many other things that are on my plate. But if you do want to have that time to do those to-do lists, and you find yourself, I had to realize that I wanted to create such big items, and sometimes I wasn't able to. And I said, you know what? Why don't I just go back to what I used to do? When I didn't have enough time to make big projects, I started making smaller projects, and I still enjoyed it the same way. And people can use these things like cup cozies, dish scrubbies. These things can be used, but they don't take as much time as something such as a poncho, a pair of pants, a baby outfit. So sometimes we have to kind of reorganize a little bit what we're doing. If we don't have the time to make something large, we don't have to be extremely unproductive. We can still be productive. We just have to create something smaller or on a smaller scale. So when I speak of adding holidays to our calendars, like I was speaking of earlier, many of us know that there are holidays already listed on the calendar. So like if I look at this calendar right now, this is not really giving me much, but it's letting you know that the 10th is going to be a full moon. That's this Friday. It's letting me know that the 17th is the last quarter. Then it's going to let me know that on the 20th there's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The 24th there's a new moon. It's letting me know that the 25th is the Chinese New Year. So those are holidays that are already on this calendar. These are calendar days. They're holidays. They're mentions of the moon. These are things that are already on the calendar. But the holidays that aren't listed are the ones I'm speaking about. And so these holidays are also called social media holidays. These holidays are fun to acknowledge for those who are bloggers, those who do a lot of business online, like us, right? These holidays are really, really great for that. Okay, so you can add themes, posts, products, and videos, and tutorials based on these holidays. Many of us get stuck on looking for content to post. I get stuck all the time and I'm like, what do I post? Sometimes I go days without posting and people message me and like, okay, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know what to post. So I'm trying to figure out how to work ways to work this. And one thing is using social media holidays. I know a lot of times it's due, like we said, we can't think of things to post. So these holidays will help us keep our blogs, our pages, our channels all exciting with consistent postings. So we can build our posts for a couple days depending on the holiday, or up to a week. So if we have one holiday, I'm going to just throw out a holiday because I'm going to list all of these. All of these holidays will be in the description box, guys. So I'm going to put them all there, and then that way if you want to use any of these descriptions or any of these holidays and post something about it, make something according to it, you'll have those dates. So the first date I have here on the 13th, which is next week, guys, it's going to be Monday. So you have to get ready. Clean off your desk today. So you may have a desk. You may have something. I don't have a desk. I do have a cart. And so that may be me making a video or a small picture, before and after picture of me and my cart, how messy it is. And once I clean it out and get all the stuff that doesn't belong in there, what it looks like, that may be my picture. That may be something I post. Then I may tag some friends, or I may ask someone, how do you organize your desk? Have you cleaned off your desk? Is your desk messy? Do you have things on it that don't belong? So those are maybe questions that I might post. So that's going to be January 13th. But if it's a holiday like, let's see, another day is going to be the 23rd. I'm just going to throw it out there. The 23rd is National Pie Day. Now, the 23rd is National Pie Day. Now, if it's the 23rd, I might start on the 21st, and I might start talking about pie. I might bake a pie. I might decorate a pie. I might even make a pie, stuffed amigurumi, you know that word. I may make something like that in a pie shape. I may decorate something in that way, and we can talk about pie. And so I might break that up into 3 different days, and that way leading up to the holiday. So you can do it any way you want. There's different things. There's Cheese Lovers Day, so you may want to talk about cheese. You may want to do whatever there is, and these are different ideas that you can do just to have some fun and some postings, just to get some reactions from your people and some of your followers, just to have some fun, just to zest up your page if you don't have any kind of content to post. So I will be listing all of these holidays on the description box, so that way you can see everything that I have listed. Um, Also, we can incorporate ourselves, our children. We can make posts that create movement, height, and not just the average flat lay. When I speak of flat lay, I'm thinking of just I'm speaking of just like you laying your hat down on the table or on your backdrop, and you're just taking that picture of that flat picture of whatever you may have created. It could be a beanie, a baby sweater, a pair of booties, whatever it is. You're laying it down and it's flat. We need to get out of just a flat lay. We can also arrange maybe a magnetic word sign. So these awesome holidays, we can make magnetic word signs. A lot of us have the magnetic poster board or the magnetic boards where we can make word signs, and if we want to do something, we can make a post about the holiday. We can, guess what today's holiday is. We can do different things that promote sales toward those holidays. If we want to, if we're looking for, if these holidays mean something to us, we can actually make a sale or promotion according to these holidays. And we can use our magnetic boards for a post to symbolize whatever kind of sale or promotion we're having. And we can organize our pictures. We can do that. We can either, like I said before, if you want to organize your post, you can put 3 pictures in one post. Or if you want, you can just use your grid, and you can have, use your grid as 1, 2, 3. You can post, if it's popcorn day, you can have one picture of you eating popcorn, one picture of your kids eating popcorn, one picture of you and your husband eating popcorn. You can post these 3 across your grid. You can post them in 3. I wanted to start changing my grid. I was thinking of going, doing the 3 pictures at a time for per day, or per post, instead of putting 3 in, because sometimes we don't always look in people's pictures and we don't always see the 3 pictures that they have. And we're losing likes because if we're putting them all in one, if we're putting 3 to 4 pictures in one post, we're losing likes. We're only getting 1 like, and we posted 3 to 5 pictures. So if you post them separately, you'll be able to get all your likes accordingly, right? You'll get all that engagement. You won't lose so much engagement on your post or your page. So types of photos we can take. Flat lay pictures. These are items laid down, like I was speaking of before. You can do them in movement. Someone wearing your item. You can take pictures of models from different angles. So remember your angles. Don't be afraid to get up on something to take picture downward. Don't be afraid to get down and take something upward. Behind pictures, in front of, close-ups. Don't be afraid. These are really great. And remember to find some fun backgrounds. And so when I say backgrounds, make sure they aren't busy. You don't want a lot of big wording or things that are contrasting of what you're wearing, because it can really, really throw you off. Things that are really dark and they are, you're not brightening you up. You don't want something that's kind of darkening you up, because it's not going to be flattering. People aren't going to scroll past it. I've noticed sometimes I take pictures and they have these dark backgrounds or they're really busy backgrounds. I do not get lots of footage. I don't get lots of likes or engagement on them. So remember to not let the focus stray away from the main subject. So whatever you're doing, make sure that your focus is on the main subject in your pictures or your video. And clients and customers. I want to talk about clients and customers, guys. If you have clients and customers who are always shopping with you, always patronizing with you, remember to keep consistent contact with them. How amazing would it be to celebrate them, right? First, we can find out if they prefer social media or if they prefer digital contact or if they like the snail mail. So if they like snail mail, you'll want to maybe find some postcards or a small letter or a small note you can send out to them, letting them know that they get on this they are on the exclusive list. You're letting them know when sales are coming and letting them know when new products are coming. They are the first ones to know. And how special does that make them feel if you're letting them know, hey, I'm having a sale coming up next week. I want to let you know first. You're letting them know that these are things that they are really exclusive to knowing. So again, like I said, if they are people that like to have email or if they like to have snail mail, either one, ask them. So that way they'll be able to know what's going on next. And even if they don't get to purchase something, they'll be able to let someone else know, hey, I'm not going to get anything this week, but I do have a friend who really would like something. Can they benefit from this deal? Or what can they benefit from? Or what can they get? Just from knowing me. Sometimes you may want to do that. So you may want to give them exclusive announcements, your new sales, like I said, and also get ready for your seasons early. Another thing I want to talk about is getting ready for your seasons early. if like now spring is coming. I know winter's still here, so don't throw away your beanies, don't throw away your leg warmers and your cows and all those good things. But also keep spring in mind. And even if you don't want to make anything yet, I may not make anything yet, but keep it in mind. What kind of things will you make in the spring? Some triangle scarves. I think I may be making some things like that. I want to make some different types of cardigans, some lacy ones, shawls, things like that. So those things, remember those things to keep them kind of, in your peripheral vision, so that way you'll be able to know, okay, these things are coming soon. I'm going to start working on them. So those are things that I wanted to talk about. And like I said before, I want to start talking about these things ahead of time, how to organize, how to get ready for these holidays, and how to post. That's the biggest thing we need to do to keep consistent pages. So I'm going to put these holidays in the description box, and we're going to talk about more, but this is January. I want to drop something for January. I'm going to be dropping more for February, and then every month. Again, the giveaway's coming up soon. And so get ready for that. Remember, you have to be a subscriber, and you have to be, you have to like this video, you have to like the videos, and you have to be ready for those videos as well. Follow me on Instagram too, because I'm doing a giveaway there. So you want to be ready for all my giveaways. I'm really, really excited about them. My scale's coming in soon, so I'll be able to mail things from home, so I can do more mailing, so I'm really happy. Again, remember, let's get organized. If you have any tips that you like to use for getting organized, please drop them in the comments below. I appreciate everyone for watching and for commenting. Again, I will be back with another organization video for February, so do not go anywhere. Remember, I will be doing these monthly ways to get organized, along with, I'm going to be bringing back the tutorials. Don't forget, I will be doing Tutorial Tuesday. Today, I just decided to get organized and talk about it, and then I will be doing a live where I do get organized with my yarn and my stash. You can see all the yarn that I have, and I'll be able to put it up properly. So again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Remember, giveaways coming soon. More videos on monthly organization and ways to keep your business intact and consistent are coming as well. And I thank you all for watching me, who always celebrate and show me love and send me those messages. Remember, I'm always here whenever you want to talk. So until next time, I love ya.